Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I've got some fantastic options to share with you from RiiFs Perfume. They were kind enough to send me 8 fragrances, and this has been in the works for a while, so I'm really excited to bring these to you. We all love the Middle Eastern fragrances. They are rocking the market right now, and RiiFs is a major contender for excellent quality fragrances. So I want to share with you what my findings have been in these 8 fragrances. Now, they're all blind buys, so I didn't know that they were coming. I had actually wanted certain ones, but they weren't available, so they just sent me a real major assortment. And so I'm going to go through and share with you my thoughts before we get started. If you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. I would love to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. So first of all, I want to say RiiFs has one of my favorite fragrances, honestly, and I was hoping that that would be one of the ones that they would be able to send me, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. No worries, I'm just going to buy it myself, but it is the Luxury Rouge, I believe it's called. I have a picture of it here and the name down here, obviously, if I'm getting that name wrong, but I love that fragrance. It's the best Rouge Malacat inspired version that I have smelled. To me, it smells pretty much identical. So I absolutely love it. If you are looking for a Rouge Malacat dupe, that is the one to go for, bar none. Best one I've smelt so far. So just wanted to put that out there because that is, like, seriously, it's such a stunner. Longevity is excellent and it's just plain gorgeous. So yeah, that is one that I am going to be purchasing. The first one I want to share with you is Perfume Noir by RiiFs. Now, this bottle, it kind of is nostalgic for me. So I've listened to a few people talk about it and they're like, I don't like the bottle. I actually like the bottle. I think it's classy. I like the glass on it. It's got a heavy cap. So to me, the quality is nice. I think the issue is it looks a little bit more of the old style bottles. Like, it kind of reminds me of the Brut bottle back in the 80s. But I just think this one's a lot more luxe looking. So like the bottle, actually RiiFs has gorgeous bottles. So the general consensus of Perfume Noir by RiiFs is that it's really similar to Creed Aventus. So I've smelt Creed Aventus. I feel like this isn't quite as fresh, but it does have a similar DNA. So this opens with the blackcurrant, pineapple, bergamot, apple. So it definitely has that fresh kind of sweet feel in it. It also has jasmine, patchouli, birch, and rose in the heart, and then the base is oak moss, vanilla, and musk. Now, to be honest, Creed Aventus isn't my favorite fragrance at all. I don't enjoy any of the dupes. I think it's the patchouli that it's just not my favorite DNA. So this to me is a nice version, although I do find that this one is slightly patchouli heavy. So I really liked the fruits on the opening, but as it dries down, to me, it got really quite moss, patchouli heavy, which for me, it was just too masculine. So I wasn't a fan of this one. Not my favorite. Like I said, the Creed Aventus DNA in general, I don't really vibe with. It was nice enough. Like, I tried it on the skin. Like, I thought it smelt of high quality. So from that perspective, there's nothing cheap feeling about this fragrance at all. I felt like it held up quite a long time on the skin. I really did actually enjoy the opening. So at first I'm like, oh, I think I'll really like this. But then as it dried down, it got a little bit bitter on my skin. Again, I think part of that is this is a more masculine DNA, and sometimes with masculine freshies, they're gonna pull really strong in a sharp way on my skin. So this one doesn't work for me, but I thought it was a decent fragrance. One that is absolutely gorgeous is Momento by RiiFs. Now, one of the things that I like about their packaging, they always have gorgeous packaging, but what I was really liking was they put this card in here that has kind of the main notes on it. So I thought that was a really nice touch. Just makes it, I don't know, I just really liked it. I again love this bottle. The cap is gorgeous. It's heavy, substantial feeling. The base is plastic, but I just think it looks uber luxe. Now, Momento is supposed to be similar to Arabian's Tonka by Montel. I actually haven't smelt that one, but this DNA is just awesome. There's a few ones on the market that are like this. This is an excellent version. So it's got bergamot in the opening, it's got rose in the heart, tonka bean, amberwood, and cedar in the base. So kind of that rose, sweet, mysterious oud feel, although this one doesn't say it has oud. And then of course you're getting lots of that tonka in there. So a Middle Eastern rose type fragrance. Totally gorgeous. As soon as I smelled it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all over this one. To me, this is more appropriate for fall and winter, but it's absolutely beautiful. I think what I really like about the RiiFs fragrances too is that they are very, very smooth. So for instance, this kind of like, so whether it be Arabian's Tonka, whether you think of something like an oud bouquet, it's that sweet kind of woody / oudy rose fragrance. What I like about this one, like I love the Sheikhoff Oud version of that DNA, but I find that that one has a little bit of it, like it makes me cough. It's a little bit screechy in the opening. The thing about this is it's the uber smooth feeling fragrance. So I'm getting that warmth, that sweetness, that woodiness, that opulence, but no harsh edges at all. It's just very, very smooth feeling. So really, really enjoy this one. Next is Golden Elixir by RiiFs. Now I love this packaging, and you open it up and the fragrance is in there. So it's super classy. In looking at the bottle, I instantly thought Angel Share. When I looked at the notes, I definitely thought Camera over Angel Share just because of the date in here. So it's got cinnamon, cognac, nutmeg in the top. Heart is plum, date, praline, and dry wood. And the base is vanilla musk, tonka bead, and oud. So I really enjoyed this. I got rid of Camera and gave it to my sister. She loved it. Lots of people love this DNA. I personally find it too sweet. So even Jardin de Misfa by Unui Nomad, I really love that one. Out of all those kind of DNAs, that's the one I prefer. This one is a nice rendition. I actually prefer this over Camera simply because it's a little bit less sweet. And I really enjoy the cinnamon that is coming out in this. I find that Camera leaned a little bit more almost floral on my skin, whereas this one has a little bit more cinnamon, a little bit more spice. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed being able to notice the plum in this. That said, so gorgeous fragrance, uber smooth. Like these are very, very smooth. I just don't find that there's any harsh edges on them at all. But this just isn't my favorite DNA. So although it's nice, it's not for me. The next is Golden Elixir Reserve. Same thing, like the packaging is stunning. Now the Golden Elixir Reserve, this one is definitely more Angel Share-esque, but I just think it's way better. So what I like about this one is it's just significantly less sweet. So this is one that I can get behind. Although I still find it sweet, I'm not sure how much I would gravitate towards this because I just overarchingly, that DNA is not my favorite. But when I tried this on skin, and I wore all of these, when I tried this on skin, I thought to myself, actually, this is one that I will potentially reach for in the fall again. I really like the cinnamon that's in there. This has cinnamon, cardamom, cognac, and coffee. And I think the coffee really helps to temper that cognac, which I find cognac to be very, very sweet as well. This one has praline, date, and tonka in it. So maybe it's supposed to be similar to Camera Kawa, I'm not sure, than vanilla musk and oud. Definitely this one was a better fit for me. So that coffee really helps to balance the sweetness. So definitely enjoyed it more. But like I said, this DNA is just not really my vibe. I find them all too sweet and it's just not me. You know what I mean? Like fragrances, there's lots of fragrances out there that are really, really gorgeous, but they're not me. They don't feel like they fit, just like certain clothes, you know, they might be cool, they might even fit well, they might be well made, but they're not my style. And so it doesn't feel like me. It's the same thing with this DNA. It just doesn't feel like me for some reason. But if you are in the market for something that is like a Kamikawa or something like an Angel Cherish type DNA, and you like that the coffee element added in, you're going to love this one. Out of the two, Golden Elixir and Golden Elixir Reserve, definitely Golden Elixir Reserve is the one that I would choose. The next fragrance that I have for you is by Nusuk, which is a sister company of RiiFs. So this one is called Malikica. Again, this packaging is pretty freaking cool. So this is the bottle on this one. Now, when I saw this bottle, first of all, I instantly thought, oh, I wonder if it's going to be like Baccarat Rouge. It wasn't anything like that. So this one is surprisingly fresh and clean, kind of like that shampoo-y vibe. The notes in the top are ozonic notes, apple, aldehydic, tarragon, bergamot, and orange. In the heart, it has lily of the valley, jasmine, rose, carnation, orchid, and honeysuckle. And the base is musk, amber, vanilla, sandalwood, cedar, and orris. So this one I tried a few times on the skin, and it is very, very shampoo-y. So I'm pretty sure that actually Val is going to really enjoy this one. For me, it's again, like, it's just unfortunate, but I am not a clean girl vibe. So when I get that clean smelling, soapy, shampoo-y, it's very rare that I enjoy that. I'm not a clean girl. I like a little bit of dirty. Anyway, it just isn't quite for me either. I did enjoy it from the perspective of, I thought it was a nice fragrance. So I enjoyed kind of the soapiness of it, that aldehydic aspect. I think the aldehydes are done really cool here. I enjoy the florals in here. They're not too much. It just creates this beautiful kind of floral base. I definitely get a little hint of amber, so it keeps it from getting, like, it's almost like a mysterious clean girl. Your skin it girl type of fragrance. I definitely got some of that muskiness in the dry down. For me, this one is shampoo-y, soapy, kind of fresh and clean. That said, again, this is not my DNA, so it's not a fragrance that I personally would gravitate towards. However, if you are in that kind of market for a fragrance like this seriously projected amazingly, and it lasted a really long time on my skin. So as far as value is concerned, of course, they're Middle Eastern, so they're excellent value anyway, but really, really great value. Just, again, not my vibe, but as far as what it is, it's done well. I hope that makes sense. Like, there's certain fragrances that are just not gonna be for me, but that doesn't mean that I don't think they're good fragrances or that other people would seriously enjoy it. So definitely think it's a quality fragrance. Definitely think that it would work for someone that likes those kind of clean shampoo Garnier feels. I think you would like this for sure. I can't wait to see what Val thinks of this one, because I have a feeling she'll really like it. I've got 3 more for you. The next one is by Nusuk again, and it is called Malacat. So it's in a box that is really similar, but this bottle is blue. So here is the bottle. I actually, for whatever reason, like the blue version better. I'm not quite sure why. They kind of look like a Middle Eastern queen type vibe, although the next ones, I can't wait to share them with you because they're super like queen-like vibe from some other world. I can't wait to show them to you. But anyway, we're talking about this one. So this one I actually really, really enjoyed. It has apple, citrus, fruits, and mandarin in the opening. In the heart, it has orange blossom, magnolia, marigold, musk, and narcissus. And then the base is cashmere, cedarwood, sandalwood, and ambery. Malacat to me was really, really enjoyable to wear. I enjoyed the apple in it. To be honest, this one is a little bit soapy too, but for some reason, there's a little bit of sweetness. There's a little bit of tartness in this one, a bit of almost a spice feel. To me, this gives me the feel almost of plum for whatever reason, and I really, really enjoyed this one. It is still a little bit shampoo-like, but it's got a little bit of naughtiness in it somehow. There's a sweetness, a smoothness paired with like there's something really mouth-watering in this. I don't know what it is, but it kind of smells like plums to me. So I get this plummy kind of vibe to it with these beautiful kind of creamy, delicious woods. So this is like, it's bordering like a fruit tart somehow. Quite sweet, but not too sweet, and it's balanced with that tartness. I just think that this one is sensual and addictive. I love this one. So this is one that I will definitely be rocking. And this one, although it smells sweet and fruity and wonderful and would work really well in the summertime, this is a fragrance that you could wear all year round. And like, although it is sweet, although there's a hint of sensuality in this fragrance, it still has that clean girl aesthetic, but it's just got a bit of sensual in here. So I don't know. I think that's why I can get behind it. Just really enjoyed this one. I wore this one 3 times and yeah, really enjoyed it. Again, projection is phenomenal on this one. These last 2 fragrances are from RiiFs again. And the first one is called Aribba. And I just think that this packaging is pretty freaking cool. It's like a hidden door into a mysterious realm. And the fragrance bottles are kind of like that too. So to me, this is like some sort of like, it's from some other world, and it's like the elixir of the gods, and if you drink it, you have eternal youth or eternal beauty or eternal something. So I think the bottle just is so cool. I wish that you guys could see. The glass here is see-through, and it's this deep purple. It's the coolest bottle ever. The cap is heavy. This could be used as a freaking weapon. Like maybe that it's for sacrifices. I don't know. It's just the coolest thing. Now, the only thing is they made this bottle so phenomenal, and this stand is plastic. And so if you aren't careful, it could fall out. So I see this is not quite working the way that they planned. This comes a little bit further than this. So I think it's going to be one that has to lay down on the table, but it's so freaking cool that I don't care. So I love the packaging. Aribba, people are saying that it is similar to Queen of Silk by Creed, and that is one fragrance that I have never tried. Honestly, I'm not a Creed fan, so even Virgin Island Waters, like it's okay, but they're not really my style for whatever reason. So everybody's different, right? I don't remember ever trying Queen of Silk. I've tried a few of their female fragrances from Creed, and none of them appeal to me either. This one is one that I'm trying to like it. And again, like, please check out other reviews because lots of people love these. This one I found a little bit sharp, but the jury's still out. Aribba is quite floral, and there were elements to this that I really enjoyed. So you know how sometimes fragrances need to sit? It's possible that this one will blossom. I really like this sister that I'm bringing out next, but like there's elements to this that I really enjoy. So I enjoyed the sweetness. I enjoyed the fruits in this. It has osmanthus as well in the opening. In the heart, it has patchouli, frangipani, and oud. And the base has Madagascar, vanilla, cedarwood, and musk. For me, I felt like this one smelled classy. It had a floral edge, but there was something in here that was a little bit headache-inducing feeling for me. I don't know if it's the mixture of the patchouli and the frangipani or what exactly, but I was intrigued by this one. There were elements of wearing it where I really enjoyed it, and then other areas where I thought, oh, I think I find this sharp. So this is one I definitely want to give more wear to because I am intrigued by it, but so far it would be likely a no. Again, feel like the quality is there, but it's just not for me. This last fragrance is definitely a keeper for me, and it is called Nure by RiiFs. And again, this packaging is just phenomenal. I love this, and I love this bottle. I like this bottle more than the purple bottle because I love the gold and cream. It's seriously freaking gorgeous. So again, the stand it sits in here. This part sticks out. So like, I'm not quite sure if the stand's gonna work for holding it up. I can see it falling down very quickly. That said, I am in love with this bottle. Like, it's like, this is the ivory tusk of some sort of creature that's not an elephant. Maybe it's an olifant or something like that from the Lord of the Rings. But it's just like, this is gorgeous. Like, I just love it. And yeah, like, I feel like if I'm holding this, it's some sort of elixir of the gods and I should be going, like this. Like, it just brings out that vibe for me and I love it. Now the fragrance inside is phenomenal. So to me, this one is in the same family as the Bianco Latte type inspired fragrances, but I actually like this better than Bianco Latte because this is missing the powder. So this has a smoothness and a richness. Bianco Latte reminds me of Rice Krispie Squares. So there's a bit of a powderiness with ooey gooey sweetness and vanilla. I always get a bit of a cereal vibe from Bianco Latte, and it's very synthetic, but I love it. Eclair by Lattafa, that would be a little bit more like maybe a vanilla cupcake. It feels a little bit thinner than Bianco Latte, and it has that powdery vibe, but not as much. This, to me, is missing the powdery vibe, and it's added some sort of ribbon of caramel into a beautiful creme brulee. So when I think creme brulee fragrances, this is what I think of, and I am in love with this. I find this to be smoother than all of those other fragrances and a little bit more milkier than those other fragrances, but with these glorious ribbons of ooey caramel at the same time. The top of this fragrance is caramel and milk. The heart, it says warm gourmand and lily of the valley. And the base is vanilla, pralines, and musk. So I don't really get any muskiness in this. I get a warm custard / creme brulee feel. It feels a little bit more creamy than a creme brulee. So you know how creme brulee has almost a panna cotta feel, like it almost feels a little thin. This feels thicker and richer, but then with some sort of caramel vibe on it. I love it. Like, I love this one. And like, milky fragrances are not normally my thing. This one is milk done right. So it's like milk that has been cooked till it gets condensed and sweet. But it's not like baby's breath milky or anything like this. This is just like delicious. So although, like, as soon as I saw the bottle, I thought it's going to be another Bianco Latte inspired version, I feel like this is a little bit more of its own thing, and I love it. Like, I love this one more than any of the other inspired versions of that type of DNA. So, and I feel like this isn't really, like, yes, it has that same sort of vibe, but to me, this one is definitely doing its own thing. So really, really love this one. So out of these fragrances, these two are the definite highlights for me. I love this Malacat. I think it smells gorgeous. It's just kind of one of those easy reach fragrances that smells clean, that smells put together, quite classy, and yet still energizing, invigorating, kind of fun to wear. So really enjoyed this one. And then this to me is just magnificent. I absolutely love this one. And of course, there is Momento by RiiFs. This is phenomenal as well. What I notice about the ones that I really, really love, I find all of them to be really smooth, no harsh edges on them at all. So really, really enjoy this one as well as the other two. And out of the Elixir fragrances, I would definitely recommend Golden Elixir Reserve over just the Golden Elixir. I just like this one better. It's a little bit less sweet, and I really enjoy the coffee that's in here. It's not coffee prominent, but the coffee just adds a little bit of almost a bitter, less sweet vibe that I really did enjoy. Lots of cinnamon in this one. I would say that if you want a heavier spiced version of something like a Camera or Kawa, this would be a great option to get. Everything will be linked down below. Thank you to RiiFs for sending these fragrances my way and sponsoring this video. I so appreciate it. And what have you tried out from RiiFs? What has been your experience? Like I said, Luxury Rouge is honestly one of my favorite fragrances, period. So I would love to hear what your experience has been. Have you tried any of these fragrances? If you have, weigh in. And like I said, just because they're not my vibe, I still think that these fragrances are excellent quality. They're just not all my vibe. The ones that I loved, I really loved. The other ones, nice fragrances, not my thing. So anyway, leave it in the comments. Let me know what your experience is. And other than that, have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.